Tom Cruise, one of the most powerful stars in Hollywood, has everything: fame, money, a brilliant career. But there is one thing he cannot have: a relationship with his biological daughter, Suri Cruise. Recently, Suri's decisive decision shocked the world. What made the young girl choose to completely cut ties with her father? Is there any chance of reconciliation, or has this door closed forever? Follow now to discover the surprising truth behind this story. Hollywood fairy tale. Hollywood, where everyday heroes may become legendary and the most heartfelt love stories can be cherished like flawless love melodies, has long been the cradle of contemporary fairy tale. The world thought it was seeing a fairy tale relationship when Tom Cruise, one of the biggest movie stars in the world, boldly confessed his emotions for actress Katie Holmes. Their tale started as a dream. Katie Holmes was a talented young actress in 2005. She became famous because of the smash hit Dawson's Creek, where her stunning good looks, infectious grin, and magnetic personality earned her rave reviews. The 26-year-old Katie said in an interview that she had a secret crush on Tom Cruise dating back to her childhood. Who knew that she would start dating her idol not long after that? Already one of the world's most famous performers, Tom Cruise was a household name at this time. In addition to being a cinematic star, he was many women's dream guy because of his blockbuster successes like Jerry Maguire, Top Gun, and Mission Impossible. In a public display of his feelings for Katie, Tom sprang onto Oprah Winfrey's couch, and the world went crazy for them. Hollywood had another formidable combination, and their electric connection was undeniable. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes had a great time dating, but they soon decided to tie the knot. Their fairy tale relationship was elevated to a whole new level with their lavish wedding. The wedding ceremony of Tom and Katie took place on November 18, 2006, in the magnificent Italian setting of Ottoscauchi Castle. Among the most anticipated entertainment events of the year, this wedding was also among the most recognized in Hollywood. It seemed as if they were stepping into a fairy tale, what with Tom Cruise's broad grins and Katie's radiant smile as she wore her breathtaking Giorgio Armani wedding dress. Suri Cruise was born to them in April 2006, not long after their wedding, adding yet another miracle to their lives. The minute Suri entered this world, she instantly became one of the most renowned infants on the planet. Suri Cruise was more than simply the heiress to a major Hollywood star. Her lovely brown hair and beautiful blue eyes gave her an endearing look. From her stylish ensembles to her charming, naive moments, the media would go crazy whenever she made an appearance. It appeared as though Suri's destiny was predestined to be that of a princess. With her parents' love, fame, and fortune, she had all a kid could want. However, one incident caught everyone off guard. This family was not as joyful as they seemed to be basking in the spotlight. Few were aware that problems were beginning to emerge in Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' relationship as the world witnessed just their charming personalities and Tom's beaming grin. The religious views of Tom Cruise were one of the most conjectured explanations. Word on the street was that his intense devotion to Scientology was a source of marital strife. Even though she was brought up in a Catholic household, Katie Holmes was uneasy about this. She started to worry that she was becoming more and more confined in her existence. They also didn't have much time for each other due to Tom's hectic schedule. While Tom was engrossed in huge film projects, Katie began to experience feelings of isolation. After being married, she stopped making as many film appearances, despite her once promising acting career. Many thought that Katie had given up on her professional dreams because she was afraid she would be pressured into a marriage. Their daughter, Suri Cruise, nevertheless, was and remains the most important component. Katie showered Suri with love and protection the minute she entered our world. Katie reportedly did not want her kid to be a Scientologist while she was growing up. It seems that this became the main point of contention between her and Tom. Despite their continued public appearances together, reports of marital strife became more common. The smiles on Katie's face while she was in front of the cameras grew less genuine, and she started to appear emotionally detached. Even though they were secretly going in different directions, to the outside world, they seemed like the ideal pair. Tom was unwavering in his ideas, while Katie sought to shield her daughter from what she deemed inappropriate. The precise moment when everything started to fall apart is a mystery. The Hollywood fairy tale marriage, though, was never supposed to endure forever. Once upon a time, Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes represented the Hollywood ideal of a perfect love story. Unfortunately, not every wish comes true, just as in real life. Even a beautiful young princess, a spectacular wedding, and the bright lights of fame couldn't keep them bound together indefinitely. Tears, insurmountable divides, and a crushing reality lay underneath those beautiful magazine photographs. Contrary to popular belief, this was no fairy tale. The truth is revealed. What started as a little tale soon became a lengthy one. Katie Holmes' decision to end her marriage to Tom Cruise, which had lasted 6 years, sent shockwaves across the Hollywood community in June 2012. Because of the couple's long-standing status as love idols in the entertainment business, nobody anticipated this coming. Tom and Katie appeared to have it all, from adorable red carpet moments to pictures of their joyful family with their little daughter, Suri Cruise. Unfortunately, the idyllic family dream was dashed one summer day when word of the breakup spread. Because of his acting chops and his unwavering commitment to his family, Tom Cruise was undeniably one of the biggest entertainers in the world. The decision to dissolve their marriage, however, was made by Katie Holmes. She had discreetly arranged the divorce to evade Tom's pressure, according to reliable sources. Katie chose not to make their marital problems public, unlike other Hollywood divorces. On the contrary, she moved swiftly and firmly to separate. Suri Cruise's complete custody was awarded to Katie as a result of the divorce, which was the most startling part. Disputes over child custody are common in high-profile divorces. Katie, nevertheless, came out on top in this instance. Both Tom Cruise and the general public were taken aback by this choice. Why would Tom Cruise, a renowned parent, agree to let his daughter live with her mother alone? Many people are worried. How did Katie come to such a decisive conclusion? Had there been long-term discord inside this family, hidden behind the cheerful red carpet smiles? Suri Cruise formally grew up without her famous father's presence from that point on. Suri slipped from the limelight after being one of Hollywood's most famous kids and a regular fixture in the tabloids, where she would pose in cute ensembles. Katie Holmes did all in her power to shield her kids from the prying eyes of the public during her time as a single mother. She made measures to restrict paparazzi images and stopped letting Suri go with her to important events. Fewer people knew Suri's whereabouts or activities, and she began to live a life of relative seclusion. Regardless, Katie brought Suri up in hen-unique style, which was very different from the opulent upbringing Suri had experienced growing up as the daughter of a renowned Hollywood star. A more modest upbringing centered on school and the little things in life replaced the extravagant parties and exotic holidays that Suri had as a youngster. The public is still perplexed by Suri's existence without Tom Cruise. No one can dispute his feelings for his daughter, but following the divorce, Suri stopped seeing her dad. Tom Cruise's legendary cinematic career continues with a string of B-box office hits. However, he would either not address the question at all or provide extremely general answers if somebody brought up his daughter. The general population is now asking, is Tom still concerned for his daughter? Is he in regular contact with Suri? Although these problems have not been resolved, there is one indisputable fact. Suri went through a radical transformation after Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' divorce. Suri, who had formerly grown up with both of her parents there, was now left with just her mother, away from the mayhem of Hollywood. Katie tried all in her power to provide her kid with a regular existence. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' split was a watershed event in their relationship and Suri's life as well. She may have lost her father, but she had a mother who loved and protected her no matter what. Everyone, including the globe at large, was taken aback by this monumental shift. Tom Cruise was a doting dad to Suri when she was little. People were moved to tears by the sight of him cradling his daughter in his arms, protecting her from the prying eyes of the paparazzi, or walking hand in hand with her as they strolled around New York City. Suri Cruise is one of the most famous children in Hollywood. Shortly after her birth in 2006, she was a media darling from a young age onwards, thanks to her striking good looks, vibrant eyes, and thick brown hair. Having said that, ever since Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' 2012 divorce, Tom's public appearances, including his daughter, have been less until they vanished completely. The mention of his daughter, Suri Cruise, seems to have vanished from his recent interviews, in contrast to when he constantly professed his love for her. A significant issue arose from this. What transpired between the father and daughter in reality? Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' divorce sent shockwaves across Hollywood because of their celebrity and the speculation about what caused it. The rumors, several reports claim that Katie Holmes opted to end the marriage to shield her daughter from the impact of Tom Cruise's controversial religion, Scientology. The stringent and often contentious regulations of Scientology are well known. The idea of disconnect is central to Scientology, which means that when a person decides to quit the religion, other members are expected to cut off any communication with them. Some say that Tom Cruise felt he had no choice but to cut ties with Katie Holmes and their daughter following her divorce, since she had to leave Scientology. Many have speculated about Tom Cruise's involvement in Suri's life for over a decade, even though he has never officially acknowledged or refuted the rumors. No one knows for sure, but some think Tom has secretly stayed in touch with his daughter. The public and Hollywood are wondering if Tom Cruise is still in touch with Suri. Rumor has it that Suri Cruise has ceased mentioning her father and has even stopped using the last name Cruise on official documents. According to many sources, those close to Katie Holmes have spoken out about how she has raised Suri alone, without any help from Tom. Tom Cruise's alleged estrangement from his daughter has been bolstered by this. But according to the Hollywood attorneys, Tom Cruise's visitation rights are still in the divorce decree. Is that why he hasn't used this power? Is he unable or unwilling to participate in his daughter's life for any particular reason? A child's upbringing can be profoundly affected by the absence of a father figure, particularly in the case of a famous Hollywood actor. Katie Holmes has tried her best to give Suri a normal upbringing, yet she can still sense Tom Cruise's absence. An individual familiar with the family's situation stated that Suri had adjusted well to living without her father. She may be living the good life with her mum, but that doesn't mean she has no doubts regarding her dad. Rumors abound that Tom and Suri are no longer dating, but only the people directly involved can say for sure. Katie Holmes has been mum on the subject, perhaps out of concern for her daughter's reputation in the wake of the scandal. Consequently, what is ahead? Is Tom Cruise ever going to be involved with his daughter again? When we go back over history, we see that there have been notable parents who became apart from their children but eventually reconciled. But Tom Cruise and Suri have been apart for more than 10 years. If this is the case, then maybe the father and daughter may make amends. Some professionals in the field of family psychology think that Suri could figure things out on her own as she gets older. Ultimately, Suri will have to decide on her father's involvement in her life. One thing is clear, though, despite everything that has been said, the public may not fully grasp the complexity of Tom Cruise and Suri Cruise's tale. The tale of the gulf that separates a father and daughter, regardless of whether they reconcile, will always be a mystery to Hollywood. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' daughter, Suri, completed her high school diploma requirements in June 2024. With her mother, Katie Holmes, in attendance, the wedding was held at Manhattan's United Palace Theater. With her stunning combination of a red graduation gown and a white dress, Suri turned heads and grabbed the attention of the media and public alike. The most memorable aspect of the event was when Suri was given her diploma. However, her name was called Suri Noel rather than Suri Cruise. Many think that Suri is trying to pay tribute to her mum by going by her middle name, Noel. This seems to be Suri's way of saying that she wants to be free of her renowned father's influence and forge her path in life. Many people were upset that Tom Cruise didn't attend his daughter's graduation. Tom Cruise was allegedly at a concert in London, UK, celebrating Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, while Suri celebrated this momentous life event. As a result of his decision, people began to wonder how his relationship with his daughter was doing. Following her parents' 2012 divorce, Suri has spent most of her time living with her mum and has had very little contact with her dad. Some have speculated that the daughter and father may be having marital problems due to her choice to alter her last name and Tom's noticeable absence from significant life events. Nonetheless, Tom Cruise has kept his end of the bargain, paying for Suri's schooling and living costs out of a trust fund he established. Suri intends to attend Carnegie Mellon University, widely regarded as one of the most esteemed universities in the United States, to major in fashion design after finishing high school. Along with the decision to alter her name, Suri is increasingly standing up for herself and constructing an autonomous existence free from her father's influence through her choice of academic career. In addition to demonstrating her maturity, Suri's actions convey a strong message about the autonomy and self-determination of contemporary youth. She exemplifies the strength of character required to follow one's heart, despite setbacks, by going public with the change of her last name and forging her path. The love and support from Suri's mother, Katie Holmes, has helped her become strong and confident, even though her relationship with Tom Cruise may not be as tight as it once was. While allowing her daughter the chance to grow and develop at her own pace, Katie has always shielded her from the prying eyes of the media. The strength of their relationship exemplifies the transformative potential of love for a child and the sanctity of motherhood. A turning moment in her life, Suri's choice to openly alter her last name and follow her passion for design has inspired many other young people. It is clear from Suri's narrative that everyone has the freedom to follow their dreams and make their way in the world. Suri Noel plans to be her person in the future, unencumbered by her famous parents' celebrity, and to keep breaking records in the fashion business. No matter how difficult the road ahead may be, her story exemplifies the virtues of courage, persistence, and drive. The concerns that Suri's metamorphosis poses concerning the function of parents in encouraging and guiding their children through the process of self-discovery are worth exploring. Father's absence. The absence of Tom Cruise during these significant periods in Suri's life underscores the significance of both parents' presence and support. Even though Katie Holmes has always been there for her daughter, everyone, regardless of whether they come from a renowned family or not, has the right and the capacity to define their own life, and the tale of Suri Noel serves as a reminder of this essential truth. To achieve success and happiness in life, it is essential to have the qualities of independence, self-confidence, and desire to pursue one's passions. With the help of her mother and her dogged perseverance, Suri is slowly establishing herself as a formidable figure in the fashion business and laying the groundwork for a prosperous future. The trip that she has taken serves as a source of motivation for a great number of young people, urging them to relentlessly follow their aspirations and work hard to accomplish their objectives. Despite the hurdles and hardships that she has faced, Suri Noel has demonstrated that anybody can triumph over them and build the life that they have always dreamed of if they are persistent and determined. Her life serves as a powerful illustration of the need for self-reliance and self-assurance in the pursuit of one's passions and the establishment of one's identity. From the perspective of contemporary culture, Suri's public choice to change her last name and pursue her career serves as a symbol of development and the freedom of young women to exercise their right to self-determination. She has demonstrated that she is capable of making a clear decision regarding her career, regardless of whether she comes from a renowned family or is subject to pressure from the media. A strong proclamation of freedom. The name change is not simply a personal decision, but also a statement of independence. It is a significant step toward breaking free from the oppressive shadow of Tom Cruise and claiming her unique individuality without being influenced by him. The new name that Tom Cruise's daughter has chosen for herself is Suri Noel, and it is not just a personal choice, but also a fearless declaration to the public. Suri Cruise, who was formerly a young child and was frequently referred to as Tom Cruise's daughter, is now slowly expressing herself with her own life. On the other hand, there are a great number of realities that are hidden under the dramatic headlines that have been written about her protracted quiet or her public split from her father. Have Suri's actions the potential to alter the way that the general public views Tom Cruise? What are some things that the general public has never known about the connection between this father and daughter, and what stunning reality caused a lot of controversy in the media? Since Suri was born, the media has been following her life and following her every move. The press once hounded her as the Golden Kid, while her parents, Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, were still together. Not only is she the daughter of one of the most influential actors in Hollywood, but she is also the daughter of the Golden Child. On the other hand, following the widely publicized divorce that took place in 2012, Suri Cruise's tale progressively became a subject that was filled with riddles. There have been a lot of harsh emotions from the general public in response to Suri's choice to cut all links with the Cruise surname. Some individuals think that this behavior is a clear indication that she and her renowned father have completely severed their relationship. Many believe that it is only a matter of personal choice for her to construct her own identity and free herself from the great shadow cast by her parents. Whatever the case may be, the public's perception of the connection between Tom Cruise and his daughter has been completely altered as a result of this behavior. From the time that Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes were married until the end of their marriage, Suri was the child whom her parents treasured the most. As a matter of course, the picture of the little girl making an appearance with her parents at public events or in ordinary situations has always attracted a lot of attention. On the other hand, ever since Katie Holmes was awarded custody of their daughter, Tom Cruise has been almost completely absent from Suri's life. The year 2013 was the most recent time that the actor was seen in public with his daughter, according to insiders within the industry. In response to the question of why Tom Cruise has not maintained contact with his daughter, several hypotheses have been put up. The Church of Scientology, which Tom Cruise is a devout devotee of, is the subject of one of these hypotheses. Those who quit Scientology are subject to the regulations of this group, which state that they can even be cut off from members of their own family. Many people feel that Tom Cruise's decision to remove himself from Suri was motivated by the fact that Katie Holmes is no longer a member of the cult following the divorce. On the other hand, There are other insiders familiar with the actor who assert that he continues to care for his daughter in his unique way. Tom has never abandoned his obligations as a father, according to a source that was first shared with the media. Even from a distance, he continues to keep a watchful eye on Suri and makes certain that she has all she requires. Despite this, the public has a difficult time believing these reasons because he was not present for significant occasions in his daughter's life, such as her first day of school and her graduation. Not only did Suri's choice to openly divorce her father and choose the surname Noel come as a surprise to the public, but it was also a surprise to the public. The news that Tom Cruise had placed a significant amount of money in a trust fund for his daughter was one of the most contentious discoveries that occurred most recently. Over several years, the actor has dutifully met his financial responsibilities to his daughter, even though, except for Suri, he has not been directly present. From the time Suri was a youngster until she became 18, she received alimony payments of $400,000 annually. Suri will be able to access a portion of the trust money when she reaches the age of majority, and she will get the entire amount when she reaches the age of 30. It is estimated that the amount of money included within this trust fund is in the tens of millions of dollars. Education expenses. To the fullest extent possible, Tom Cruise paid for his daughter's education, which included the annual tuition of $65,000 at Carnegie Mellon University. Based on this knowledge, two different points of view have emerged. A portion of the population maintains the belief that Tom Cruise continues to be a responsible parent, even though he may not show his devotion conventionally. The opposing viewpoint maintains that the absence of a father in his daughter's life cannot be substituted by financial material possessions. Without a doubt, regardless of the amount of financial support that Tom Cruise provides, there is an indisputable emotional barrier that exists between him and Suri. After everything that has transpired, is it possible for the general public to have a different perception of Tom Cruise? Some people believe that the fact that he has supplied for his daughter financially is evidence that he has not fully abandoned her. Many believe this. Considering the hectic schedule that Tom Cruise maintains as a Hollywood celebrity, it is probable that he believes that the most effective approach to provide for his daughter is to make sure that she has a very comfortable existence. On the other hand, his extended absence continues to be a significant question for some people. Many people have the belief that a genuine father would always find a way to be present for his daughter's most crucial moments, regardless of how hectic one's profession may be. No longer accompanied by her father, Suri Noel has made the transition into adulthood. To affirm her individuality, she has decided to change her last name and compose her own life story. She has also opted to speak for herself. In addition to being a big message to Tom Cruise, it is also a bold statement to the world. No matter how the general public feels about Tom Cruise, the fact of the matter is that he has been missing from a significant portion of his daughter's upbringing all along. Even though there are explanations for it, the fact that Suri did not have her father there during her childhood is unaffected by the circumstances. Despite this, her path is a motivational tale of overcoming the overpowering influence of her renowned father, demonstrating courage, independence, and the capacity to rise beyond the shadow of her father. The possibility exists that Tom Cruise and Suri Noel will have the chance to be back together at some point in the future. There is also the possibility that Suri will continue her voyage by herself, without the presence of her father. Regardless of the circumstances, Suri Noel's tale is no longer only about the fact that she is Tom Cruise's daughter. The narrative has evolved into the tale of a young lady who dares to advocate for herself and take control of her fate. The narrative of Tom Cruise and his daughter, Suri Noel, is not yet finished. Life is a lengthy book, and the story between them is not yet finished. Suri has finally broken her silence after a long period by making a courageous move and making a decision. The Cruise surname has been relinquished to her, and she has adopted a new name to emphasize her uniqueness. However, does this imply that she and her father will no longer have any connection with one another? Is there a possibility that this connection between the father and daughter, which appears to be damaged, may be repaired? Or has the gulf gone too deep to be repaired? What is more crucial is the question of how this news will impact the image of Tom Cruise, who is still regarded as one of the most iconic movie stars in Hollywood. The fact that Tom Cruise has been silent about his daughter for more than a decade has caused many people to worry about the nature of their relationship as father and daughter, and it has also caused them to wonder if it is still possible to reconcile. Even though no one can accurately forecast the future, these are a few of the probable outcomes that may occur. Predicting the future. The first, Tom Cruise is going to make an effort to get back in touch with his daughter. No one can dispute the fact that Tom Cruise is a person who is driven and ambitious. When it comes to his acting profession, he never stops working toward reaching a degree of excellence. What would happen if he were to apply the same mentality to his non-professional life? Given the circumstances that now exist, Tom Cruise may conclude that it is time for him to genuinely attempt to get back in touch with his daughter. After all, Suri is now an adult, and if her father takes the initiative to rebuild their connection, she could have a different opinion of him than she had throughout her childhood. It has been disclosed by a few individuals who are close to Tom Cruise that he continues to silently monitor the lives of his daughter from a distance. If what you say is accurate, then re-establishing contact might not be an unrealistic dream. Nevertheless, the issue that has to be answered is whether or not Suri is prepared to accept a meeting after such a long period apart. 2. Despite the absence of her father, Suri will carry on with her life. Suri Cruise, who is now known as Suri Noel, had a childhood in which Tom Cruise was not around to accompany her. It was during her adolescent years that she did not have her father there for significant life events. She didn't need to live in the shadow of her father because she had molded her own life. Her choice to forego the use of the Cruise surname may be interpreted as a strong indication that she intends to completely cut all links. If this is the case, then it may be now too late for Tom Cruise to reconcile, regardless of how much he wants to do so. Suri Holmes has been accompanied by her mother, Katie Holmes, for a considerable amount of time, and this fact cannot be refuted. This may be what made her feel that her father was showing her more affection than she had before. If this is the case, then it is possible that she would be able to carry on with her life without Tom Cruise existing. 3. An unexpected reunion, but not immediately unexpected. Even though the current circumstance does not appear to be likely to improve, if there is one thing that we have learned from Hollywood movies, it is that nothing is impossible. It is possible for relationships to appear to be entirely broken, yet they can eventually be repaired with time. Suri could not have a complete understanding of the reasons for her father's absence until many more years had passed. There is also the possibility that she will alter her viewpoint after getting more life experience. Even though Tom Cruise is extremely busy, he will ultimately arrive at a time when he will no longer place a high priority on his job. He may approach his daughter at that very moment with an entirely different frame of mind. A late reunion would not be able to make up for the years that were missed, but at least it might be a new beginning. The image of Tom Cruise as a powerful and resolute guy who is prepared to do everything to attain his goals has been the foundation upon which his career has been organized. He is an actor with a magnetic presence who can make any movie a commercial success. However, when it comes to his personal life, particularly his position as a parent, his image is not as immaculate as it once was. The tale of Tom Cruise's separation from his daughter has emerged as one of the most contentious issues that has been discussed over decades. Even though many people continue to praise his skill, some others are dissatisfied with the fact that he is not there in his daughter's life. The reality is that a man might be a legend in his field of work, while at the same time being perceived as an unsatisfactory parent. Because Suri has openly distanced herself from him, Tom Cruise's image may be impacted in the following 3 ways as a result of this information. Affect one's reputation. Anyone who has previously expressed disapproval of Tom Cruise because he has become estranged from his daughter will have even more grounds to hold a negative opinion of him. This affects film ventures. Personal image is always a factor in determining one's profession, and this is true even though Tom Cruise is a leading actor in Hollywood. Even though his films might not be directly impacted, the general audience will most certainly have a different impression of him. Influence on the interaction between fans. Some of Tom Cruise's most devoted supporters may continue to back him despite everything. Others, on the other hand, can experience feelings of disappointment and start to wonder about man's genuine nature. The events that transpired between Tom Cruise and his daughter, Suri Noel, are not only a matter of spectacular interest in the entertainment industry. This is a narrative about family, about the love that exists between a father and his daughter, and about what may occur when celebrity and personal life have a collision. At this moment, it appears like the gap that exists between them is beyond the point where it can be readily repaired. Yet time has the power to alter everything. Tom Cruise may, at some point in the future, discover a means to re-enter his daughter's life. On the other hand, Suri could proceed along her path, never turning around to look back. Which future do you think is most likely to happen? Any clues? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you.